All right. Welcome to the live. We're going to be getting set up in just a moment. Let's get the live running. Over here to the side, our 206.1. Huge improvement over where we were before. Let's get the dual live running. So we've got the vertical set up. All right, welcome back to the mountain. This is Gran Turismo 7, and we're at the mountain. We're at Mount Panorama. We're going to be running the brake balance at 0 because we've actually spent about an hour playing around with all sorts of brake balance, and this is just what works for us on the Porsche 911, possibly the greatest overall car. I'd say the 296 Ferrari probably beats it out by just a wee bit, but definitely pleased with the results we're getting here. All right, I hope you guys are ready to put the pedal to the metal. Dark J, welcome. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying a different sound setup because we do have... Oh, what happened here? Okay, here we go. And we've got next to no torque on the steering wheel. Dark J, welcome in. Howdy, buddy. Yeah, huge improvement. We're running a high 207. We're now down to a mid, what is it, mid 206. We shaved almost well over a second off the time. Oh, this is all so weird when you're trying to run with no torque on the steering wheel. Oh, we got a little push there. We got to watch out. Mount Panorama is an absolutely abusive place. You can see up ahead, big scuffle going down. It's a whole different game when we've got no torque on the steering wheel. How can you correct that if this happens to you? We do have a new setup of the steering wheel. We got the full wheel Ferrari Alcantara 599 XX steering wheel, the Evo. Just got the big nitrous boost from the car behind us. Brake when the car is straight. Oh, you guys did more than the nitrous boost there. We just got wrecked off the track. Oh my goodness, this is a horrible track for that. I'd rather almost start in last here, especially if there's going to be a pit, I'd assume. It's the first time we take on this live race here this week. Hey, Ronan! What is up? There, we got the torque back. Now we're running torque on 10. We've maxed out the wheel now that we've got a bigger steering wheel, wider. We're feeling the torque a whole lot less. Now I swear I can do a lap without crashing if we don't have people pounding us off the track. This is where I almost feel like taking out the Mustang here because the Mustang is so solid, or the GTR. Both cars will have other cars crash out on you when they try to take you off the track. Because we started up in a decent position. We've been booted into last, but this is one of those lessons in life. You don't quit, you persevere, and you keep pushing forward. I'm sure there'll be other ridiculous crashes up ahead. We won't be the only ones taking off the track, so we'll just have to put the time in. But we need to gain almost 2 laps per second, and right now a 2:10.4 is going to be a pretty easy time to beat. Oh, the full steering wheel feels great. Yeah, you'd think folks would be cool when there's 10 laps. It's like, why have a horrible 10 laps? And anyways, 20% of the time, when you're crashing other people out, you'll crash yourself out. Super Doofus, what is up, Tom? Yeah, 2 views. Yeah, okay, so Tom, you've noticed that I've got the vertical. I've been talking about it for, what, 2 weeks now? And now that the baby's born, it's time to try new things, I guess. Baby boy from the pit crew convincing me here, I guess, to try something new. Ooh, when you're in a situation like that, you just let go of the brake. You don't touch the brakes, you don't touch the throttle, and you just try to use minimal steering inputs to get you back on the track. We've already dropped a second, so we are catching up here. No braking in a straight section. That's where you want to brake. So Tom, Super Doofus, thank you so much for the support by saying you almost need to feel the need to get your two phones up so you can have both the vertical experience and the horizontal, because I think the vertical is going to help our community grow and get us over 1,000, because it will bring in almost only new viewers, whereas our horizontal traditional mode only really gets shown to the people who've already subscribed. So it's just a way to help grow the community. Ooh, that was actually a lot faster through there than I expected. This is good. We're really crushing it. So we're coming back from when we started looking 5 seconds behind. If we can just run more consistent laps like this, we will be no longer in last. Boom, there we go. 2 positions to Team Perseverance. Little gratitude, positivity in life, and perseverance when times are tough, and you will get back on your feet, or you should say we'll get back to having those tires roll. And for those of you that, I hope you can still hear me, because right now the volume is actually going through my controller, and that's notoriously not the greatest. So hopefully I don't sound like I'm talking from another room, because as soon as I plug in the headphones, then the vertical camera view won't get any sound whatsoever. But of course I do prioritize the horizontal PS5 camera view, because it's what we've done for the last 13 months. It's how the whole community gets together, because this channel is all about learning and growing as I am a rookie /amateur driver, and it's about growing the community. And of course I want to continue to be part of the community that's helped me learn and grow, made friends along the way, as I hope it'll help you make friends along the way while you increase your driver skills. I can tell you that the plus 10, now that we've got the slightly wider wheel, the plus full 10 force feedback, which is probably running about 6 to 6.3 Newton meters, is what we need. So I can still feel connected to the road, and it's nice because I can actually feel the difference between light turning and hard turning, which is pretty important. That way I can have a good idea of what kind of traction we have, how close to the limit are we taking it. So I'm starting to think that overall 10 Newton meters of torque would probably be about the right amount, as long as it's linear, not just on or off, but linear. So the more you're pushing the car, the harder the steering is to turn. That's what I need. I don't know if direct drive is going to provide that. For those on a direct drive setup, especially those with you came back for more dirty dogging. Sorry, man, I do not go for the doggy style. Diego Peco, you can stay off my rear and drive in the correct gear, please. Yes, there you go. That's real racing, staying off my rear. What you were doing was not racing. It was non-consensual and forced. Who likes to get rammed in the rear in racing? I certainly don't. Ooh, 19.8. If I can get that down to a 19.2, I'll be properly fast for the C League. Like I mentioned, amateur, rookie driver, and I think that's an interesting perspective, because almost all the live streamers or YouTubers who do sim racing are A or A+. They've got all the pro tricks, but sometimes they don't cover all the little missing steps in between going from rookie to pro. And you'll see those steps as they occur, as I make mistakes, correct those mistakes, and show you the right setups for a rookie /amateur driver, for someone who's relatively new, who hasn't put in 10,000 hours or more. All right, here we go. This is a tricky section. Oh, we got the apex. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Good pass. Very good pass, Diego Peco. That's how it's done. It's not done from being a rear rammer. Proper driving is about either beating them on the straights or cleanly taking them in the turns, getting to the apex first, or sliding through when someone leaves a huge gap, a quarter-mile gap like I did. or braking later than they do if they brake early. Ooh, Diego, I'm sorry. I was a rear rammer there. But no harm, no foul. Stayed on the tracks, didn't spin him around like I got spun around, and it cost me, what, 20, 25 seconds? That wasn't so bad. No harm, no foul. We can play ball. Oh, I'm going to get him on the straights here. Let's run it down the road. Oh, I'm going to have to tuck behind. He got to it first. Oh, he braked early. Either he was worried that I'd ram him, or he just braked early. So either way, I'm going to take it and run. Let's keep these wheels rolling, pedal to the metal as we go down the straightaway. Hopefully that live in the back is still going. Let me know, Super Doofus, in the comments. 9 watching, not a whole lot of commentary. Love an update. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me, and if you can't, well, I'll just have to prioritize and throw in the headphones with the speaker. Sure, the vertical session you can hear me because I've got the microphone set up. That's what's hanging off my t-shirt here. We're back from a day of dadding. New baby in the house. So we're home from work, helping with everything, of course, as we should. And will be for the next week. Oh yeah, 4th gear here. Should be able to get into 5th for a short moment. Oh my goodness. I've pushed it to the limit. I did not brake in the first zone. But we did close the gap here as we come in on Jay Dizzy. Oh, Diego takes the inside again, but with a slight push, not so bad. I'd say that's acceptable. Oh, now he's just trying to use his rear to take me out, or just did not see me whatsoever. Nice little back and forth, Diego. It's going to be an amazing race if we can keep it clean. Hopefully he's got clean intentions. How are those tires going? I guess we should be pitting here. Let's see where this pit is. I don't know if I've ever pitted on this track. Oh, here we go. Ooh, did I cross a line? I hope that's not going to be a 5-second penalty. Sorry, 3-second penalty. Woo! No fuel, no piano. I think we crossed the line. Folks back there, let's see how you're doing. Let's make sure this is still connected. Still connected, all right. Woo! Ugh. Well, that will put us back in last, but that's okay. So, a few seconds lost there. About 5 seconds lost. We've got 5 laps to catch it up. Super Doofus, thanks for catching that. Now, Super Doofus, let me know, can you hear me? Knight Rider Jim, welcome in, brother. Knight Rider Jim, can you hear me on our regular live setup? We're running brake balance at 0. I think that's a good setup for this track with the 911. We've got trail brake capacity, decent. Well, I was having trouble. I've tried -3, -2, -1, and 0. The rear is still staying in gear, being where it needs to be. We don't have any understeer or oversteer. It's just nicely balanced. Oh, it sounds weird. Okay, thank you very much, Knight Rider Jim. That's exactly what I needed to know. Sounds weird. Okay, so the sound is going through that little speaker. So what we're going to do is, at the end of this race, we'll end the live in the vertical, or at least remove sound from it. So it's just going to be my voice. There won't be any car sounds, I guess. And I'll plug in the speaker here. There we go. Maybe if we angle that up, that's going to sound a little better as the speaker's a little closer. Oh, we cooked this one. Trail braking, still possible with brake balance at 0, saving us there. You never know when they're going to unghost, so you got to take the long way around. Avoid the ghost. Okay, we sound far away from the mic. Thank you very much for that feedback. I'll try to fix that up here if well, maybe not. Now's not maybe the best time. Here we go, straight away. There we go, we got the speaker just a little closer. Hopefully that helps. We're up to 10 watching. We're in 12th, our first attempt racing in sport mode at the mountain. It's Thursday, but we were at the hospital for Monday, Tuesday, and we missed, did we do, yeah, Monday and Tuesday, we missed out on the races, so that's better. Okay, so that's good to know. I know what to do here. I just got to get that microphone off the controller as close as possible, or crank up the volume on the setting for the controller, which is doable. All right, here we go. Here, you got to brake it on the straights. Yes, and the 911 being one of the best cars, it is so stable, holding the track through all this weird stuff here. These elevated turns can be very tricky. They'll suck you in and spit you out. Woo. All right, that's about, I guess, as close as I can get this microphone. Ooh, full steering wheel with the torque at max, 10 out of 10 on this wheel. That gives about 6.2, 6.3 newton meters of torque. I'd like to try out 10. I think 10, as long as it's linear or progressive, as you could say. Not the insurance company, not sponsored, as Phil and his GT would say over on his channel. All right, we're closing in on an 11th here. We're only 1 second away. Pedal to the metal for the straights. Great balance at 0, and the car is perfectly balanced for this wild track. This track takes a lot of names and then kicks butt. Oh, Jay Dizzy! Your doors are gone, mate. Hopefully we don't get booted. Let's try to get some distance here. 0.3, we're in the danger zone right now. We got the wolves nipping on our heels. Hey, Dano, the Texas Ranger himself. Welcome, stud. How are you, mate? We are trying a new live setup, so we've got the vertical live right behind us, and that's why the sound is a little off. Hopefully it's not awful, the sound, because I know how important sound is for a live. Dano, I know you'll be straight with me. How's the sound? Is it awful? Bad? Okay? Good? Or does it still sound really far away? Woo! Pedal to the metal for this straightaway. Full throttle all the way to the 100 mark. Maybe play it safe and start braking at the 130. And we got a nitrous boost from the car behind us. Oh, so much more control. Sounds good. Fantastic, Dano. Thank you. And I am loving this new full Alcantara Ferrari 599 double X, not triple X. Nothing kinky going on here, but it's the double X wheel. Should have had the box up here so you can see it in the live vertical. It was in the plans for the setup. And we've got a whole video on, you know, switching these steering wheels the right way. And of course, that's not with the new adapter that truly is quick release. They call this setup quick release, but if you do it wrong, it's going to be not so quick release. It's going to be the $900 of wasted money. Woo, that's about as much track Had yay but a sliver left there of track before we ate wall. Should be full throttle through here if you're positioning your lines correctly. Playing it safe, letting off throttle, no brake, but just letting off throttle often will get your nose back to where it needs to be. We didn't get the T598. Great question, Christopher Bieber. Thank you very much for asking it. The direct drive was very tempting, but very good sales technique of the individual I had contacted on Facebook Marketplace. He contacted me back and said, so are you going to take that? Have you made your decision? Are you taking my Ferrari wheel? And because he wrote me back and the guy that I contacted for the T598 didn't write me back, I was like, yeah, if you include shipping, I'll do it. He was asking $270, then he was down to $180. And at $180, I said, you know what, if he includes and pays the shipping, I guess that's how I'll make my decision. He said yes, and I'm a man of my word. So I sent him the money, and he sent me the wheel. And here we are. All right, so at about the 130, 150, 130 mark there. Whoa, controlled slide out there. And we've got Jay Dizzy nipping on our heels. He's right behind us. Of course, we can't see him, and we can't even scroll to it because we've changed wheels. Oh, man, did he ever give us a hard hit. Jay Dizzy not playing fair there. What can you do? That's how good portion of society functions. So you just got to expect it, wait for it, and know how to deal with it. We got a dirty dog behind us trying to ram us in the rear. And I say, no, my friend, that is non-consensual. I'm not into the doggy style of racing or Call of Duty racing. We're here to race clean, have some fun, and sim race it up. Ooh, late braking there just because I am worried about getting rammed. Not the best way to race and not the best trucks either. Good looking though. I like the look of the new Ram trucks. Inside and out. I'm just not a fan of the reliability. All right, I got to incorporate the fact that these tires aren't what they used to be. Oh, that's about as quick as I can get through that section without crashing out. And yes, we pulled off 0.6 of a lead there, spreading the gap by 0.6 by that uphill section. Ooh, trial and error. A whole lot of trial and error has gotten us faster there. We are coming up on Nielsen, 4.3 seconds ahead. I don't think we got time to catch that up in this little bit of track that's left, but who knows, by the end of this straightaway, we had a penalty to pay off. Can it be done? Oh, we're getting close. Nielsen, we are coming for you, mate. Oh, in a Skyline. Good choice of car. Great. Oh, no, 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 no. No. And we crash out hard enough to have us lose our view and all. Pushed it so hard. Pushed it to the limit and then some. It was just a wee bit too much. All right, sorry, we lost sound there for a bit. Not my intention. Now, if we boost this up here and play a perfect balancing act and are real careful, we might pull this off. There we go. We might just pull this off. Stack upon stack here. There we go. Using PS5 controllers and some quick stacking skills. Hopefully that'll hold up, and hopefully we've got decent sound now. Still learning the buttons, so hopefully I don't cancel anything out here. Oh, that would have been so cool, Dano. Now let's see, how did it work out? How dangerous is the mount? Who got mounted on Mount Panorama, or who did the mounting is going to be easier to see. Bronte, 9423 safety rating. Bueno. Salmoran, Vinny, great job. We got Kark. Kark drove maybe more like Kak. He mounted on Mount Panorama. Jurgen, great job. Julio was a mounter in the Volkswagen Beetle. You do not want to get mounted by that car. Diego Peco, I don't know, he finished in 6th. So he bashed us when he passed us through, I thought. So how did he get a safety rating up? I do not know. Maybe it was a different Diego. Maybe I'm mistaken. And who else? We got Nielsen. His safety rating definitely went down there. Well, I guess that happens from time to time. And we've got Jay Dizzy. Safety rating did not go down. Surprisingly, our safety rating went up as it should. We didn't retaliate. We played it cool, calm, and collected. And that is the race for tonight. Congratulations to the top 3 and to anyone who kind of survived that bang fest. Whew. All right, so the sound's good here. Sorry, that was a little test there. So the sound's good here. Not sure why keeps getting echoed, because I only said it once, but I heard it a many a time. All right, so we got a view on the steering wheel there. You got a view on the screen, and we can see the pedals. So I'm liking that. I'll get it better for the vertical live more often. Now's the time, my favorite time of day, at least for racing. Got to make sure, in case the wife's listening in, favorite time of day when racing is about to go down right here, right now. When we hit up the multiplayer, it's part 2 of the live stream, Partie 2 or Dose. Here we go. Lobby it up. I hope you're all ready to put the pedal to the metal with your favorite, hopefully favorite race team, the JCCR Race Team, where we race clean or we kick, and I've kicked myself out now. I almost kick myself out about once a month. Some months I go through a bad streak, like a bad week, and one week I almost kicked myself out of at least one race every night. So it is a true JCCR race clean or kick. We're going to create the room here. It's going to be quick because we got the load settings for the best racing around, and we're going to put tire wear a little lower so we can successfully do 5 laps. But extreme rules. So tire wear here, we want it at times 5. So 5 laps simulates 25 laps in the real world. Slipstream strength and damage is on. It's light just because with high damage, too many people get crashed out by the randos. Let's see what kind of randos we get this fine evening. And one of my favorite tracks, Dragon Trail. Let's see where we're going to start off tonight. Should we have a little roll or spin and kind of challenge you? The first person that answers in the vertical live will get to pick the race. They'll get a 10-second head start here. Jafaro, welcome, mate. And we've got ITS. Oz Racing made it in. Very cool. Super Doofus made it in here. And Ronan. All right, so Devious, Daniel making it in. Thank you so much. Let's see here if we can get an answer from the vertical crew. And if not, well, we'll let the regular live stream crew, the horizontal crew, the on the level crews, can on the level crew pick our race. If not, got a 10-second, I guess, head start. And if need be, I will pick it. But you're not going to like what I pick, because if you let me pick, it's going to be something nasty like Nürburgring or Circuit de Spa. You know what? As a group, let's practice out our weekly race. We didn't get an answer from either group here. So let's go to Mount Panorama. I'm just going to make sure that I am in the correct spot here. Jeffiero, good evening, mate. So Mount Panorama, let's make sure we're all pros and ready for this race mode. And 7 laps, a bit much. We just did 10. Let's do 5 laps here. It simulates 25 and it's 2-minute laps. You're going to be a lot safer running mediums or run the risk of having one very, very nasty final lap here. So there's your settings, racing soft or racing mediums. Racing mediums, you're gonna make it through definitely without a tire change. The softs, good luck, because on Watkins Glen, the last lap is devastating. Hey, Marciello, welcome back. We got Tom, Remy, Dark J, Dano, Ronan, Jim, and Chris all in the house. And the Dark J saying, racing to fight cancer, please donate. Yes, absolutely. Check out JCCR, the Dark J. Give him some love. And I mean that, you know, with the likes and the subscribes. Don't hunt him down, find where he lives to give him hugs. That's just weird, folks. Change car. If I had to drive another car here, it'd either be the Nissan GTR or the Ferrari. Because I'm a snob, the Beetle, I know is incredibly fast here. I'm just not willing to do that to myself. I've got too much ego, I guess. Can't put the ego to the side. Which when you race, putting your ego aside and racing the track instead of the racer in front of you is oh so important. All right, Daniel's gonna be lurking. Very cool, mate. Thank you very much for doing the lurk. And hear how it works on the channel, because the whole channel is about building community and of course learning and growing together as a group. That kind of means we do things a little differently. We put the slowest racers on the top so they have a chance to learn from, well, the faster racers. And the faster racers get to practice their dodge skills, because you never know what us rookie or amateur racers or B racers are gonna do. B racers, you have a pretty good idea what they're gonna do. Let's see, do we got Tom in the house? Where's Tom at? We do not have Tom in the house. Let's put Remy at the top here. Remy's going to be our #1 driver, unless we can find a challenger who is, let's say, a C-rated challenger, like Cross. Cross is a challenger. He's going in first. And then Marciello isn't running the JCCR livery, I don't think. And if that's the case, it means he'll also be... Oh, Super Defest not racing tonight. It means he's also a challenger, quite possibly for tonight. So let's get him up there. There we go. I think we might have 2 challengers at the top. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing any JCCR on there for Marciello. So 2 challengers at the top, giving him the best chance possible here. And what do we have at the bottom? Some B racers. EB, Diego, I'm sorry, EB is slow and unsafe. And another EB. B drivers have not been good to us lately. They've been all stranger danger. Have not come across an EB that we've said, hey, let's keep them around. You can be a slow driver. You just have to be a safe driver to get to stick around with the crew here. Ash, Larry, I know you're the world's fakest B, or one of them with Dano there. We're still going to put you a little higher. Not Dano, with Dark J. Rogue 66 is also surprisingly quick, but I guess we just got to bring down Jay Rizzio for all of this to make sense. So Jay Rizzio, I got to bring you down. Jim, there you go. Put you right behind Dano. And Tila Teets, I'm going to put you right in front. So we got JCCR members at the very bottom of the race grid. And then we've got challengers at the very top, followed by a whole bunch of JCCR. B. Williams, great to have you back. And I think B. Williams is running as a challenger as well. So for fastest B, or top of the B grid, is going to be B. Williams. So we're giving challengers the best chance tonight that we can. Ash, Larry, though, let's put Ronan in, Ronan right in front of you. And then we'll start this race up. I like the positivity, Jim. I like the positivity. You're not in a great spot. There we go. So Dano getting the hardest challenge of all. Well, but with Jay Rizzio. SVT 98, we don't know. Never raced with them before. Kobe's made it in. Kobe will actually give a chance because he's got a famous basketball player's name and quite possibly a very good person, at least near the end. Suspicious helicopter crash. And we'll get into the racing in just a moment. Hey, right on. We got Gatling GT3 629. You're still very early in your GT career. You've got 65 hours logged. Wow, that is really, really early. That's full out amateur rookie. I've got a few hundred hours now, so I'm moving up the time slots, but got to get faster. Oh, your most powerful vehicle is a C7ZR1 with over 1,000 horsepower. Right on. Okay, Gatling GT3. Great. If you're in the live, you kind of get like a reserved special spot here. So if we have another driver that's, let's say, like a non-S rating for safety, we'll boot them. But you have to tell me what your gamer tag is going to be, because when I see someone show up with, let's say, an E and then an unsafe rating, they get kicked. So you just got to let me know that you're here. And you're here to drive clean, sim racing style with the crew. It's fine if you're slow. Just want you to be safe and smart, because safe and smart racing will, this is now the speaker, because if we plug in our regular headset, we'll have no car sounds for the vertical live. You're just gonna hear my voice and the clicking and clacking of the steering wheel paddles, which I'm loving the Alcantara. It feels, oh, so great. But for better grip, so we don't slide around, we've got the leather gloves here. Get your radar on and get ready to put your pedal to the metal, because we're starting up. We're not on the grid start, so start with your foot to the floor, pedal to the metal. Let's get this done. That's our car, the JCCR Racing Yellow and Black. I'm JCCR racer Johnny. Oh my goodness, that's rough. Whoa, talk about an odd thing to do. We ended up slightly off track, and they start us 10 seconds behind, or do we have some sort of issue here? Hey, thank you very much, Daniel, for that. All right, there are cars at the end of the track, so I guess we just got to buckle down and accept that we just got lemons thrown at us. Time to race. We are lemon colored. This car is quite yellow. Yeah, that'll happen in life. Most of what happens in life, that was a huge reset indeed. Most of what happens to you in life is going to be unjust and unfair, but guess what? Life isn't just and life isn't fair. So you can either sit around and complain about it, but complaining isn't going to change what's already happened. So better thing is to strategize and find a way to pick yourself back up. I'd love to know, though, the car in front is how much further ahead, because right now we're getting nothing here. Daniel, thank you very much. So I guess we'll be about 6 years away, maybe 5 years away from Benjamin joining us here on the channel in the pit crew. Actually, as one of the drivers, we already have his sim rig set up, but we also have my daughter, I think, is going to be racing quite early, because she already watches me and sits and plays with the steering wheel, and she's only 2, so she might only be 2 years away from racing. Probably won't take me long to get her to my skill level. Sadly, I can, teach better than I can actual race. But here we go. Oh, at a certain point, you just gotta let go of the brake pedal and hope for the best. Otherwise, you're gonna understeer yourself right off the track. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh my goodness. Mr. Tila Teets, you French driver, I'm gonna assume, based on your name. I gotta say, I did not hit you off the track. That was the car coming back onto track. We're still racing clean here. Trail brake to the apex. Once we get to the apex, generally a good time to get back on the throttle. No major reset there. Somehow, though, we're still in 16th, but we've passed 2 cars. So I think we've got an issue with the lobby tonight, because we're still on lap 1. Okay. Interesting. I think quite possibly, and none of my laps are counting. Okay, so we're officially not in this race. Yeah, we were not moving up. We could have pretended we were in the race, but we are not in the race. So let's go and spin into spectate mode, see if it's working for others. We got Cross up in first. Oh, Daniel, thank you very much for letting me know that. So let's see what we've got here. Cross in first. We've got a Challenger in first. Hopefully the laps are counting. Otherwise, someone who is also racing will let me know. And Gatling here saying, TBH, I only started really playing GT7 about 2 weeks ago. You don't have a PS Plus, so I'm not an online player. I also do not have a race wheel, so I use DualSense. A lot of our really quick racers are DualSense controller, and I've convinced, I guess, a few of them to switch over the wheel. No, I think no one's regretted it yet. Everyone's been quite happy. The real debate is whether it's, you know, whether you do like I did, start off with an inexpensive unit like the T150. I'd say if I were to do it again, don't start with a T150. Start with a T300 used, or go full out, spend the $600 plus tax, get a T598 system, or Fenatech's direct drive, now starting at about $1,000, is a great option as well. But I'd say the happy medium is getting a T598 unit, or trying to find a Thrustmaster TGT2, because the force feedback on it is actually pretty great and runs at about 6.2, 6.3 newton meters. It's not direct drive, it's got 2 belts running it. So, you know, maybe you lose milliseconds in reaction time versus direct drive because there's just a little play in those rubber belts. But if you can find a used unit with, let's say, 50, 100, or 200 hours on it, and, you know, maybe pay $400, that's bueno, that's great. You won't regret it. And that's what I did here. I spent $500, no taxes, so got the unit back then was about $1,100, so a little less than half price and no tax. So Monkey Games too saying start on a T248 and recently switched. Right on. Okay, you'll have all seen that there on the screen here, and you just love it. Fantastic. I think the biggest difference for us have been these pedals. You won't see them in the horizontal, but on the vertical, you actually vertical live, you'll see my pedals here, and the pedals have been a huge game changer. That now the accelerator on my Thrustmaster TGT2, the spring was somewhat broken, so there's no force in the first centimeter, so I had to change pedals, and that's why I did it. But I got load cell pedals because I heard they're better. No, they're not a little better, they're tremendously better. But here we go, we've got Cross up in first. Hey, Game Brigade, right on, brother. Thank you for making it in. Hopefully you'll make it into these races. The Dark J racing his heart out in the Nissan GTR. I'm sure that's usually his go-to car. Chasing down a Ferrari. Big price difference between those two cars in the real world. I think Nissan GTR giving incredible value, but the Ferrari giving endless, timeless styling. That will probably only go up in value, other than, you know, first 2-year depreciation, and after that, worst case scenario, if only they were reliable, because 15-year-old Ferraris, 20-year-old Ferraris have kind of hit, same thing with Lamborghinis, their absolute highest depreciation point, and from there they only climb up. Great time to get, let's say, a mid-2000s, 2005 to 2012 Lamborghini. Low miles, but can you really count on them being reliable? And when your gaskets and seals dry up and need to be changed, well, do expect to hand out. It's just a matter of how many tens of thousands will the repair cost generally. So Cross still holding it up in first, a lot faster than a driver rating, I guess, indicated. The Dark J in second, followed by Ash Larry. So we've got Challenger in first, JCCR Racing Teammate in second, followed by Ash Larry, another Challenger, a regular Challenger, and Dano racing it up with his Viper, running the NASA car, and he doesn't have a JCCR on his car, but you know what, Dano, you got a race for us tonight. We got some real solid Challengers, as you can see, so we need your help, mate. But hey, when you win, you'll let us know. Yeah, Dark J is absolutely in hot pursuit. Jay Rizzio looking atrocious in that Beetle, but actually has such a nice livery on it that I've got to say I kind of like it for the first time ever. So I guess Jay Rizzio making me change here, having a little college experimentation, I guess. JCCR Ronin in his Jaguar, usually our top 3 racer, but this track destroys even the best of drivers, those A drivers who are world-class drivers, the pros, as I like to call them, or the legends. Marciello looking sharp, racing down the track in 9th. We got Kobe here in 10th with his Corvette, SVT 98 and Tila Teets. I passed all those cars, but none of it counted. Now let's take it back to first place, Cross, and Dark J is now immediately behind him and immediately followed by Ash Larry. It's a challenger sandwich. Hopefully these laps are counting for the rest of you. And now, Gatling GT3 saying, I also tend to spend a lot of time on GT7 in the livery editor. Yeah, a lot of our teammates do. They make our team incredible liveries. My most common decals on my vehicle are the Loco Roco logo, an autism infinity symbol, an ADHD badge, and the GT logo. Right on. Well, I'd say our most popular logo here is the JCCR sticker. Obviously for the team, pretty much everyone runs it. Dano has wanted to switch it up lately, so he hasn't been running a whole lot of JCCR, but that's fine. I think for a while we were missing out on some top quality. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now because it is getting intense. Dark J pushing it beyond the limits. Oh, really pushing it beyond the limits. So he's going to get passed by Ash Larry. Now it's double challengers in the front, and that usually happens when we're pushing really hard. This must be the last lap here because Dark J is normally a crash-free driver, but he was pushing it so hard, and he did make up that big gap. Originally the gap was huge, and then he was right behind Cross, Mr. Number 1, followed by Ash Larry. Our mate Remy has crashed out to the back. These things happen, and now it's up to Jay Rizzio. Can he make it with 2 turns left? Closely followed by the Texas Ranger himself, the Dano. Let's go, JCCR team. Try to get on that podium. All right, so Jay Rizzio is going to make it on the podium. Dano just off the podium. That is a clean sweep from the Challengers. So race 1 going to the Challengers. I'm loving it. I have no problem with the team losing from time to time. Glad to have some super fast Challengers here. All right, Tent City there. Must be some common city in California. Tents all over the place. Also happening in Canadian cities. Some would say that is the way, because I guess that's almost what they seem to be looking and working towards. Everyone owning nothing. And there we go. So let's exit out here. Oh, we do not want to quit. Actually, is it because people are still crossing? Let's see. There we go. Whew. Those were not calm seas. Now let's see. We're going to have Ash Larry, I guess, pick the next. Ash Larry passed at the end. My goodness, Ash Larry. Yeah, Monkey Games too. I completely agree. That's what originally got me into the sim racing, is just I wanted to own incredible cars. I wanted to have a big garage. All right, Ash Larry making it in. Oh, Christopher Bieber saying he's on mediums and someone on softs spun me going down the hill instead of waiting for a good... that's awful. Yeah, Mount Panorama will almost always have impatient people that will do wild things. And this isn't the point of the game. And it's not to do wild things. It's to get some solid driving in. Now let's see. Ash, Larry, you know how it works here. You win, you pick the next race. You become the boss. So let us know what race you want here, mate. That was a win for the Challengers. Whew. Good job, team. Good job. And now, here we go. Gatling saying, you're one of the cleanest drivers out there because of your inexperience. You don't use assists nor play GT7 before. Right on. I use the assist. I'll show you. I'll show you my training wheels here. Car settings. Nope, not car settings. Controller settings here. We've got controller steering sensitivity on 2. Now that we've got a bigger wheel, I'm finding this is helping. And I'm even tempted. I'm now going to try. We used to be at 0. I'm going to try +4 and see how that goes. And we've got force feedback, torque at 10, feedback sensitivity at 10 as well. Let's see there. So the greater the value here, the more responsive to changes the steering wheel will become. When this value is lower, steering becomes gentler when driving in a straight line. Increasing or decreasing these values allows you to adjust the controls to suit your driving style. All right, so good to know, good to know. I think controller steering sensitivity on 4 is going to be interesting, and assist settings. We've got traction control on 2, so we don't spin out oh so easily when pulling out of turns, putting the pedal to the metal out of turns. If we go straight down to the metal, yeah, we will spin ourselves out, but it's to help. Braking area is off, markers definitely on, because some tracks it's just hard to see. It's not as clear as in the real world. All right, Suka, right on. Let's go hit up the Suka. And active stability management off, counter steering assistance off. But we do have traction control on 2, and it's kept us from a lot of crashes. Now let's go get the Suka. I'm assuming you mean Suzuka. Is it here? Suka, here it is. All right, full course. This is an odd one, an odd choice. The channel almost never, the JCCR Racing Team here, we almost never pick this. But let's see what we can do here. Where did Cross come from? Where was he placed? Ash Larry saying Suzuka. All right, Ash Larry, I'll correct that. This is Suzuka. Sukabi, Sukoba. Yeah, Suzuka. I'd say that's a much more common choice. Great track. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love this track. Turn 1 can be an absolute nightmare. So folks, let's keep it clean. All right, Gatling GT3, you are a brave driver there. Well, if people can handle no assists without burning out, without, crashing out and burning out, great, go for it. But if you need, if you're going to get, some people will get just too frustrated and say, sim racing's not for me. And they'll go back to arcade racers or just stop racing altogether. In those cases, move up the assists. Stay interested. Don't, if you can't make more than one turn without crashing out, turn up the assists. Anyways, some race cars have traction control. So what can you do? There's no right or wrong answer. I do feel manual really helps if you can handle it, because you get the compression from the transmission to help with slowing down. So where was Cross? Cross was extremely fast. Where did Cross go? Monkey Games too. Well, I agree with you. Traction control is often needed in the races. A lot of people run 0, but I get a lot of easy passes from people over accelerating and crashing out. Okay, Kobe was in 14th and did that climb. Wow. Kobe, what? The drywaller unknown. Well, you're a pro, man. Drywallers are some of the most skilled and quick people. So there you go. Good job, mate. Let's get the pedal to the metal. Remember, we've got 5 laps here. So do you want to run mediums or do you want to run softs? That is the question. We usually put safety ratings that aren't on an S at the bottom because they tend to be wild, dangerous drivers. But just a heads up, if this Rodrigo with a B rating, if he's not driving safe, free green card, no going to jail. You can Batman him, something fierce. I'm gonna try the soft tires here. Hopefully I'll be part of this race. Mind you, I certainly don't mind an epic showdown like we saw. And Seahawk, thank you for having both lives on and being able to steer me on this new setup. Brother, you are great. 100%. Throwing you out some hearts here. I can throw out hearts. Just off to throw out some laughy faces there. Let's get ready to race. Get that brake balance where you need it. And don't forget, have the radar on. Check what's around you before you turn in or turn out on a car. And let's get ready to turn it up. The Dark J, the Batman himself, the JCCR Race Team Batman. There we go, we race cockpit because we want the most authentic sim racing possible. Well, I haven't raced here in a while and I'm already taking it to the limit, so not the safest thing, but hey. I'm driving it like I'm a billionaire. Rev it high up to 112 miles per hour, because that's what the 911 is made to do. Take it to 9,000 RPM and shift it and start it all over again. Whoa, driving to the absolute limit of the track. Keeping up top here with Remy. Remy seems to know this track quite well. Game Brigade, Monkey, thank you Super Doofus for shouting them out. Giving a wave to Dark J. Yeah, I'll be waving to Dark J real soon as he passes me. Hopefully he won't give me the finger. Hopefully he'll give me a salute or something. All right, here we go, racing down the track. Let's get, oh, John 316, fantastic, Remy, love it. Oh. I know I should have driven through there full speed, but I didn't want to ram Remy. Oh, and I should have definitely slowed down there. I think I'm going to get reset. I made it back on the track semi-safe. Let's just try to follow Rogue 66, an incredibly fast driver. Ooh, Dano's right behind me. 0.3. Dano, I'm warning you in advance. I usually chicken out here and brake. I know I shouldn't. I should just kind of coast through and brake right here in that section. Here we go. Let go of the throttle so we can get a little more turn in. All these sections, if you do light braking, you'll get right to the right speed and smoothly get through. Ooh, Dano almost choosing to give us the nitrous burst, and he braked last minute. Probably because he realized, thought, you know what, high risk. Maybe it'll be more than a nitrous boost. So much easier, I feel, to drive with smoothness when the torque is higher and the steering wheel is just a little bigger and a whole lot rounder. I'm less of a fan of the F1 steering wheel setup, but it's what I could find. What was it, a year ago? A year and a half ago, it's what I was able to find for sale. Actually, I think I got it 2 years ago and then just never really used it at first. All right. We're in fourth. We're racing down the track. We got Jay Rizzio right behind us, so no braking here. I won't give you any brake tests. Jay Rizzio. Whoa, it's getting a little slippery out here. Oh, Jay Rizzio, you did that like an absolute pro. to both cars around me. Ash Larry and Jay Rizio, you did an amazing job dealing with my unpredictable driving. I had no business getting back on the track there, but where else could I go? Oh, amazing pass by a deep V8. Oh no, it's not a deep V8. It's a Subaru growling. That was unexpected. Deep growl, surprisingly, from the Subaru. Tom, Super Doofus, thank you so much. Yes, it would really help out if you hit that like button. And if you don't mind, subscribe if you already haven't done so, with bell notifications on so you don't miss any of our races, our go-to guides, how-to guides, survival. Oh, we got hit off the track. Oh, it's a little bit of a rough push. SVT 98 pushing to pass. But Kobe with the super clean pass there. Well done, Kobe. It's kind of like golf. You know, you can cheat your score in golf, but are you really winning? Did you really get that lower score? Racing is the same way. Pushing to pass, did you really pass? You're mostly competing against yourself when you're racing. With your emotions, your ego, and in the real world, fighting with your patience and your self-control and your ability to pay attention for long periods of time without crashing out. Oh my goodness, we've got, sorry, another technical issue. We have lost our microphone and we've somehow changed all of this. Yeah, crash out, off track crash. There we go. Super Doofus, thanks for the support. Thanks for laughing with me instead of laughing at me. Both would be reasonable. Oh, pushed it too hard. Yeah, I gotta pull it into the pit stop and get the pit crew to work on this. I agree. Well, that is the equivalent of... Woo! Be right back. Great question, Gadling. Great questions. I will get to them right here. All right, so yes, we have rules. We ask that everyone race clean. The point is to not run a race arcade game or, you know, race Call of Duty style. We just play Call of Duty if that's what we wanted. So people just need to take the sim racing seriously. They race clean or they get kicked. Before they get kicked, sometimes we Batman them as a warning. And sometimes they get a second or third chance. But yes, the driving has to be clean. And beyond that, just smart driving. Like here, if this is a place where we brake, I can't use Tila Tietz's car to slow down my car. So for example, here, I can't just ram into him to slow my car down and make the turn. So if I'm gonna hit him, I gotta take my own car off track. Hitting other cars is the last option. It's not even an option. It'll get you kicked. And that's it. And if you're, you know, focused on learning and growing, you want to be part of a community, well then you have to be part of the JCCR Racing Team after racing with us for a few races at least to show us where you're at, what your drive style is. All right, I'm out in trouble with Letizza's Subaru. It is properly quick. Well, more importantly, he is properly quick. Oh, and we go off track at the same spot. That time only half the car, so we're still in it, but we've got wild wheels on now. The tire wear is pretty significant. But the load cell pedals, if you are going to invest in a rig, I'd say you're so much better off getting good pedals than higher torque base. Pedals make a world of difference. If you start to spin out or slide out, or you feel like you're going to crash out, letting go of the accelerator and the brake and just trying to steer without anything, inputs that aren't too drastic, are usually the surefire, safe way to get back under control and back into the race. Tiletit's now 2.8 seconds ahead. It's going to be awfully hard to catch up with a little bit of track that's left, but oh, am I ever going to try. Loving the Thrustmaster TGT2. Gives us all the vibrations, enjoying the play seat other than one fault with it. You can catch our non-live videos talking about it. And very shortly, you're going to be getting a video on setting up the new steering wheel, why we switched. Oh, okay. Did that more than once on this track. Ooh, I got to get out of the way here. And Rodrigo, good clean pass. Sharp looking livery, and that is some sharp driving. Well done. Good perseverance. You didn't quit out even though you're in 10th. You didn't quit out. You kept racing and you got the pass at the end. You won it, mate. Good job. All right, so Gatling meant so no nitrous. So no nitrous. Damage is on light. We often do we either do a rolling start or a grid start. And you need to have, hey, Sir Badger, welcome, buddy. Welcome to the Vertical Live, because I see you're over here on the Vertical Live. You got to have a GT3 car, because that's what the JCCR team mostly races. We mostly race GT3 in the lobbies. Now, a lot of the JCCR racers this week are doing Watkins Glen. It's the race team's home track, and Super Doofus is, I guess, doing incredible over there at Watkins. Which means when you switch back to a GT3, you have trouble. And that's why the team mostly races. Like if we switch between GT1, 2, 3, and 4, and then off-brand cars or like Japanese 90s classics, it makes driving your GT3 so tough. So we're a GT3 focused, not purely, strictly GT3 cars, but we're a GT3 focused race team. All right, so Suzuka, it is 10:08. So what's the Seca, Laguna Seca, Seahawk calls Laguna Seca, and that is going to be our starting track for tomorrow night. Ronan, you just got to remind me before, because we've done our full hour here. We've actually gone over an hour. Daniel, thank you very much for spreading some love. Bye for now, mate. Godspeed and God bless to you as well. So we got Ronan for the win. Oh my goodness, we have to have a tiebreaker. Tonight gets decided by a tiebreaker because we got JCCR one race, the Challengers one race, Rogue 66 almost taking it home for the Challengers. So let's hit up the tiebreaker. No choice here. Let's do it. And it's going to be Laguna Seca. That mostly takes me, unless I pull a small miracle, I think that's going to mostly take me out of the running. But here, Laguna Seca, where are you? It's going to be a short race anyways. Quick laps, about a minute 35. What was that, minute 35 roughly? Let's see, well, people stood through. They didn't run off. Rodrigo BR, safety rating of B. Were we already racing with Rodrigo? Did Rodrigo pass us very safely? I don't remember. Now, Dano, let me know, is the sound still good or has my controller hit the ground? It's not rattling. Good. No rattle. I think we're okay. I maybe should have got the extended warranty, but it's great here in Quebec. This thing needs to work for, what was it, 5 years? Otherwise, it's a replacement. So the 1-year warranties, we actually get more warranty than that for electronics sold in Quebec. But not for a visible break from visibly dropping it, but dropping it at 1.5 feet Shouldn't be enough to breaking it. So the video is glitching when I shake the controller. Oh, wow. Okay, that's new. Good to know. Definitely soft tires here. 5 laps. We'll get through just fine. And flex. What is flex as a rating? Driver rating. Let's put him down a little farther to investigate. We've never had flex race with us before. Okay, so he's a B. So we'll leave Marciello, Challenger. Remy, I'm sure, is running the JCCR for the JCCR team. Ash, Larry in 7th. Whew, that's going to be challenging. All right. So Tila Teets needs to go up. Because Tila Teets is an actual B driver, unlike many of these other B racers. SVT was actually also very oh, we got Sir Badger in the house. Let's move him up. Sir Badger, my man. Welcome back. So let's put him right in front of me. There we go. Let's get this show on the road. We've got our 14 out of 16. That's going to be pretty much the same racers. So final race of the night to find out who wins the week. Wow. Challengers won last night, right? I think Challengers won last night, and it was our first. Oh no, we've got tomorrow night as well. So Challengers are night 1. Let's try to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Challengers won last night. Let's see. Yeah, they smoked us, if I recall. Let's see if JCCR team can pick it back up. Oh, right on. Super Doofus got to race with Sir Badger this week. That is awesome. One of the teammates. Always fun to meet up a teammate on a race. I met Remy recently, and I raced with Nielsen. Hopefully it was the one and only DK Nielsen. But we raced with a Nielsen either way. Some cars do not like to be revved out, so know your car. Just like in life, know thyself. Not quite a commandment, but definitely a strongly worded suggestion. Rodrigo giving us a great, safe, smart pass there. Oh, this is a lot of fun with the steering wheel. Force feedback on 4. How am I finding it? I do like to turn it. I don't have to turn the steering wheel in. Maybe it's just in my head, but the impression I'm getting is, oh, still glitching. Sorry about that. I do not know how to correct that. Maybe I've got too much internet usage here, but the PS5 is on a wired, so it should always take all the internet first. So smart driving. We took it a little slow, but it got us through all in one piece. Oh, Tila Teets, everybody, Sir Badger, oh my goodness. I had unexpected braking in front of me. I'm sorry, mates. That unexpected braking had me push you, and then I braked because I had hit you. And then I got rammed pretty hard. That was an absolute showing of, I don't know what, that was a show, but I'm right behind Tila Teets, so this should be a very fun, interesting race because we had a blast driving behind Tila Teets in last track. And Remy is in first. Oh, Sir Badger, go, 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 buddy. We're playing a domino effect here, or bumper cars. Nothing deliberate. All right, so I'm back to having the Challenger race here, I guess, with Tila Teets. There's Challengers at the top as Remy Ronan are fighting off SVT 98. And Tila Teets and Tila Teets being a Challenger. And I'm certainly not the fastest. I'm one of the slower JCCR Racing teammates, but I've been called the founder, or the flounder. I don't know, it depends on the day. Sometimes I flounder, sometimes I flounder, and sometimes I'm the founder of the JCCR Racing Team. So I think Tila Teets has slowed down several times because he wants us to have our very own little Challenger race since we were neck and neck last race, but he's given me a lot of chances here tonight. Now I'm using the the load cell, LCM, load cell pedals, or LCP. I think it's load cell module pedals, so LCM pedals. And sometimes you gotta remind myself, I actually put it in a good amount of leg muscle. Well, good amount. I've got to press the pedal in pretty hard to get it all the way to the bottom, and I'm only on the black. I don't have the required hardware to plug in my laptop. If I did plug in my laptop, the best setup would be red springs. They're harder springs, but then you go into the system and you make, instead of being at 100% foot strength, which I think is like something wild, like 200 kilograms or 200 pounds. It must be pounds. Kilograms would be way too much. But I think it's 200 pounds. You can turn that down, cut it in half. Actually, that's supposed to be top of third there, so Tila Teats growing the gap. We're actually catching up on Marciello here. Remy's still in first. Remy, well done, mate. Lap 3 of 5 as we've got a nice little neck and neck race for Tila Teats and I as we both try to hunt down Marciello. And at the top of the pack, we got Remy and JCCR Ronan battling it out. Ooh, I took my eyes off the screen. Just like you take your eyes off your goals, and that's what happens. You end up in the dirt. And when you've been in the dirt, remember you're going to come out and be not so clean for a little while. So we got Remy, Ronan, and Ash Larry at the top. And there we go, took my eyes off the screen. That's the result. If you folks, if you text and drive, realize one day that's going to happen to you. And JCCR Sir Badger getting a clean pass on us. Time to get my head in the game. I got 2 laps to make this up and get past Tila Teats, who's now past Marciello. All right, so no braking there. You should just be top of third. You let go of the accelerator and you just kind of coast on through. Tila Teats has slowed down again, so we can battle it out for the last lap and a half. He's given us yet another chance, I guess. I'd say 100 miles per hour would be the right speed through there, but we made it at 191, and it was enough to get to have a close battle here with Tila Teats. And Tila Teats showing me the right lines to take. And I get lucky, he's probably running TCS 0, so he did a little spin out getting back on the pedal. And it gave me just enough to get ahead of him, so we're going to have a back and forth battle now, almost certainly. Oh, and I follow the line of Sir Badger, so we both eat a little dirt. I'm following his lines to the T. So when he eats dirt, I eat dirt. And that means poor Latif behind us is in a cloud. He's running in dirty air. Oh, can we get the pass? Oh, we're pushing it to the limit. We almost spin ourselves out. Oh, we got it here. Went through the bottom of the hill quickly. So we're getting our pass. Is it too little too late though? Or just in time? It's just in time. Finally got our nose down and racing. Tila Teats giving us, I don't know how many chances, slowing down so we could catch up and battle it out. Then all of a sudden my racing got a little better, and that was a hold my drink moment. And Tila Teats will take it out back at the very end. No, he lets off the throttle. He's letting me have it. Teats, what happened? You should have just taken it at the end. You let me so many chances. You let me pass you, or you let me catch up to you so many times that then you should have just shown me who's boss. But you went extra gentleman there, almost too polite, I'd say, and just didn't take it when you could have taken it. I guess Teats saying, you know what, I'll leave the poor guy the position. It's his channel. He's live streaming. I want to help him look good here. Oh, Teats, well, thank you very much for that kindness. Let's see, how did it work out? Remy for the win. That's one for the JCCR team. So it's official. Night 2 of the week, since we're at the hospital having our son born. Maybe that's why Teats gave me a pass tonight. He said, poor guy must be extremely tired from his new son being born. We did have a nuit blanche. That means a night where you get no sleep or very little sleep. Night 1, but then the next day I slept during the day. So I'm actually almost back to where I need to be in regards to being tired or not. So Remy taking it for the JCCR team. Way to go, Remy! Followed by Ronan, another JCCR racer. So way to go, Jim. Fantastic. Ash, Larry picking up a third. So you see the challengers were not far behind tonight, but Dano right behind them, followed by yet again a challenger, a really quick challenger, Rogue 66. All these guys, if I didn't start them at the absolute bottom, would obviously be, you know, the top 4 or 5 racers. The A drivers are obviously faster. They need to be a lot faster because starting in last, you have like, what, 15 seconds to catch up in, over the car in first, and over 40 laps, that wouldn't matter. But clearly when we're only running 5 laps, it makes a world of difference. And it shows you just how incredibly fast these A drivers and fast B drivers are. It is really impressive. So I'll show my face to the live stream. Folks, I'm Johnny from JCCR Racing. Thank you so much for making it in. Let me know if you've liked this vertical experience. It's my attempt to try to get to 1,000 subscribers before Philness GT. I want us to both make it over 1,000, so if you haven't checked out his channel, do so. And our super doofus, Tom, our general manager of the team, if you like how this team kind of operates, well, he's owning and operating the team, you could say. He's the, not the owner, but the general manager, so check out his channel. Give him some love. Hit up that like button. If you haven't already done so here, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you know who like sim racing. Even if my videos, you know, you might find my videos, okay. Join the community, become a JCCR racer, because we're one of those rare teams that actually focuses on clean, safe, smart driving. So huge congratulations now for the week. It's 1 win, challengers, 1 win to the JCCR team. So make it back Friday night at 9 p.m. because we're going to be heading up our usual sport mode, 1 race sport mode, followed by the live stream. And you all know what happens in the live stream. The live stream is going to be where it's at. We're going to be doing the tiebreaker for the week. Right now, what are we at for the week? I think 5 weeks for wins of JCCR team, 3 weeks of wins for they're slowly catching up for the challengers. So I think it's 5-3. It's either 5-3 or 6-3. Let's say it's 5-3, just to keep things a little safer. Give the challengers a chance. Hopefully they don't start beating us the next 6 weeks in a row, but we'll find out tomorrow. Oh, absolutely. The view in cockpit view is tough. It is tough to be really quick because it's really tough to gauge your exact outsides of the car. So that was the race for tonight, folks. Hey, we were in last a few times. We persevered. We pushed through. We didn't get negative because when you start thinking of failure, you're more likely going to be having your sails and your boat blown towards failure. So you got to be careful what you focus on. Focus on the positive. Have a life of gratitude, and I promise you more opportunities. It doesn't mean you're going to have a perfect life. Nobody's life is perfect. Nobody's life is filled with fairness and justice. It's all about being able to overcome unfairness and injustice. If you spend your whole time being a victim and focus on the negativity, it's going to be pretty hard to be a winner. If you want to win, focus on the positivity, the kindness, the learning and the growing, and the rest will fall into place. Godspeed and God bless everyone. Thank you so much for making it. I truly appreciate it. And to the members, you are the sponsors of this team. So thank you so much to those who become members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You help pay for the electricity so we're not racing in the dark. Once again, Godspeed and God bless. I wish you all more cars and more power. And if you hope you get to put the pedal to the metal in a car that you love sometime real soon. And if it's not in the real world, that's a-okay. This is still my favorite place to race and drive. But over in the real world, over on Johnny's Car Care and Reviews on YouTube, we drive and long-term review. We short-term review a whole bunch of cars, but we long-term review the channel's very own and very owned 2017 Shelby GT350. We also own and operate that 1999 Porsche 911 to help answer the question, can you really own a European sports car and not have your wallet or wife run out on you? We've got the 1991 Toyota MR2. Our Toyotas really so reliable and never break. Funny, the dealerships have lots of mechanics and they're doing more than just oil changes. We're on our 4th motor, so check that out over on the channel. And we also have the 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor. So nice, we had to buy it twice. So check out the channel. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow night for the tiebreaker. Should be exciting. Come on back, race with us or watch us to see who's going to win it, the JCCR Race Team or the Challengers. All right, now time to get off the other live stream. Folks in the horizontal mode, thank you so much. Actually, if you want to stay tuned, let me know if you've got any desire in the horizontal mode here to make it over to ARC. Let's keep it in scapes and movies in the meantime. And in the meantime, I'm going to go see if we can get our ARC crew going. All right, sending out the message to Mr. Phil. ARC, are you ready for a little pew pew? All right, nice PS5, easy switch over to ARC Raiders. I wonder how many people actually have epilepsy because of these video games. The warning's there, so definitely some. Scrappy, our bag is filled. Let's check it out. We want to go in with a wolf pack in case we've got any hungry Rocketeers. Ooh, what can we recycle here? Triangle, recycle. Yes, we'll take that and we'll send this to the stash. We'll recycle the rest. Need many more shotgun shells. All the shotgun shells, always great. Head over to the workstation. Explosive station. These stickies can come in quite handy, and these are great to have along for the ride if you've got people you want to block doors, protect an entrance to an area that you're looting. I'm a big time looter here. All right, so just warning my friend, I'm in a live stream.